It's 4:20 a.m. I'm at San John Street in Ventura, walking out onto the sand right now. I'm going Corbina fishing, looking for those Corbina. It's a minus tide, super low tide. Sun won't be rising till closer to 6. The reason I came out here at low tide is that I hear low tide is a good time to go sight fishing for Corbina. Tend to see them in the skinny more. Of course, there's no light, so I won't be seeing anything for another hour and a half. I'll be throwing the lucky craft until I come up on a bed of sand crabs. Then I'll switch over to some sand crabs, and then just try to find some Corbina today, or any big fish that'll bite. I'm here. Gosh, it's beautiful. There's so much wet sand. The tide is out so far. The waves are really small. There's no wind. That's another reason why I came out so early this morning, is because it's been really windy lately. This is going to give me a interesting perspective on the structure. I'm going to be able to really observe it a bit better today with this super low tide. So let's see what happens. I'm going to start casting the lucky craft here just as soon as I can find some water worth casting into. Well, I came up on my bed of sand crabs almost instantly. So it turns out at these minus low tides, there's tons of beds of sand crabs out here on the flat hard pack, and they're big. They're big sand crabs out here. So I've got a pocket full of those, and then disaster struck. I got sand in my drag, and it's not quite working right. So I pulled the spool off and cleaned things out with my finger the best I could, put it back together. It seems to be working. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep fishing and see if I can land some Corbina with my reel working the way it is right now. It's dark out here, so I can't see anything, so that's the issue. I do have a headlamp on, so I have a little flashlight when I'm tying up and stuff like that, but that doesn't really help me out when I'm fishing. Alright guys, I'm sure you can't see this, but since the tide's out so low, I'm looking around on the bank and I see structure. I found some holes. Pretty freaking interesting too, because like this hole that I'm standing in right now, it's only a few feet wide and a few feet long, but it's like up to my calf, my ankles, my calf. And I imagine that when the water comes up, that's going to be right up against this bank, this little bank. So fish are going to be ducking out in this little hole, trying to get to food that's washed as the waves are breaking on this little bank right here, this lip. So it's really interesting, man. There's just a series of holes here as I walk across the beach. And so I've looked up. Whoa, I almost rolled my ankle just now in that hole. There's some deep little holes. They're small, but they're deep. And so I looked up and I see there's a palm tree. I'm going to use as a landmark. I'm going to come back here when the tide's a little higher, look for that palm tree. It's just south of the first jetty. It's just north of the Tower 8, about a football field. There's this one palm tree off in the distance. I'm going to use that as my landmark and just fan cast this area, try to hit these holes. Good morning, sleepyheads. There's a little more light in the environment just in the last 20 minutes. So now I'm gonna see if I can spot some beans in the skinny. I guess I ought to, at this point, basically walk and watch and look to see if I can see any beans. I'm also really interested in observing this structure. Man, it is interesting. It's just loaded with troughs. It's all troughs and little holes, tiny little holes though, like 2 feet across, but a foot deep. How does that even happen? So we're just putting in the time. I'm walking along the bank, casting out over the waves, pulling in my sand crab real slowly, just enough so that it doesn't dig down into the sand, and putting in the time. You know, you get lucky if you put in the time. Eventually you come across something. Look at this little channel right here. There's a low spot where the troughs can drain out. There's a cut, and it's actually got water pouring out of it right here. So it's not really moving enough water to feed the fish exactly, but I noticed it. Okay, so there's a little bit of light in the sky, and I think I just spotted my first bean. I saw something swimming around as the water was receding, so probably a Corbina. So I backed off. I got away from the water. I'm out of the water. and I'm just looking, trying to see if I can spot that again. I'm gonna keep casting into these waves here. And look what else I noticed. Look at this, there's a cut right here. The biggest cut on the whole beach is right here, along this second jetty, south of Tower 8. There's the biggest cut. I definitely wanna come back and fish right here in just the right tide, when there's just enough water over it. There's gonna be water dumping out right here. It's gonna create a little rip. I'm coming back here when the tide's just a little bit higher. Anyways, let's get back focused on these Corbina. They're right out here. I think I saw one. Can't be totally certain, but I'm gonna fish here for a little longer, keep my eyes open, I'll let you know what I see. All right, I'm south of the second jetty from San John. Between the second and the third jetty, what I'm noticing now is that there's really no structure up there along the bank. There's not really any significant structure. This beach is kind of featureless. Pretty flat. And it's just got me wondering. If there's anything significant here that I should know about it. How this beach works right here. Maybe because it's so featureless, the smallest shift in contour becomes significant structure, because if there's a spot that's just 2 inches lower than the rest of the beach, then it's going to accumulate water, and then that's where you're going to get a rip. So I wonder. All right, I just popped over the third jetty here, looked over the other side. There's Tower 8 right there. That would be Seaward Avenue. And check out the landscape, man. Check out the beach here. Look at those big sandbars. And there's cuts in them. There's a cut there. There's another cut right over there where that chunk of seaweed is sitting on the beach. And if you go down a ways further, that's just a lower section of the whole beach, just lower down there. And then what's on the other side of this? These sandbars on our side of them. Sort of little troughs. There's like a little trough or a hole. There. They're really small though. I've gotta get a little closer and walk through those. Also, what I found interesting, check out the erosion that takes place alongside the jetty. That little channel, that little cut right there. Of course, I don't really fish that close to the jetty because you're just gonna get snagged up on the rocks. But it's interesting to see. There's water running in it right now. So I guess maybe there's just water in the ground, but maybe that's just fresh groundwater or something. I have no clue. Let's walk this beach and let's observe the structure, and let's try to also spot some Corbina and do some casting and just see what happens. Okay, so check it out. This little trough right here, calf deep, just maybe 10 feet long, and then another one here. It's pretty much the same design. When the tide is up and this is under a couple feet of water, then the fish are they're gonna duck out right there because there's gonna be a little cushion from the current, and they're gonna be waiting for those sand crabs to get pulled down from right here. You can see the sand crab beds right here, and the fish will just be sitting right here in a hole like this, waiting for a sand crab like that to just fall in front of their face. This nice lady on the beach over here, she's looking for sea glass with her dog. She gave me some tips. She said, when you're sight fishing Corbina, it's better on an incoming tide, not an outgoing tide. So the minus tide is cool, but she says when the tide's coming in, that's when you're gonna find the Corbina and the perch also. So lucky us, the tide is just starting to come in, and we've got this nice long session to fish, and hopefully we'll be spotting Corbina soon. What's that? Some Corbina. 1, 2, 3. I see Corbina. Mother, it's time to fish. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna keep the video rolling here so you can see the beans. And I gotta keep fishing. But dude, they're right in front of us. Do you see them? Right in front of us. I can't believe them. There's a whole pod of beans right in front of us. You can see them. You can see them. Okay, this is gonna make for a good fishing video if I can hook one right now. Dude, they're right there. They're like just cruising along looking for some food, and I'm about to feed them. I'm gonna get down on my knees. This is so cool. I feel like I'm hunting. I'm totally hunting. Standing back up. There's one right there. There's beans in the water. We've got a pot of beans right here. Oh. That was a really good cast. It was like just past them where they might be. Current's taking my bait. I'm gonna go ahead and let the current take my bait. Oh my God, they're right there. Are you kidding me? Did you see how shallow they? I was looking to the left. I didn't even, I'm sure you saw them before I did. Oh baby, we're gonna get a Corbina. Look, right there. See the back of that one? Oh, I hope the biggest one in the bunch grabs my sand crab. Get ready, you're gonna see some Corbina right now. There's, over there, I see one. Right there, I see one. This is so exciting, man. This is so cool. I want to keep the video going right now because this is, if I can capture the moment that I hook up with one, that'll be awesome. Okay, I cast it out further to the right this time. One right freaking in front of me. It's so weird, dude. That's got to be 3 inches of water. It's so weird how shallow there of the water they'll be in. I'm staying out of the water, man. I'm staying back here. I might even back up a little more. I feel like I'm going to be right here fishing all day long for this group of fish. But we're going to see. I mean, if they're not biting, and they're not biting, and they're not biting, then maybe there's no point. I'm fishing with 8-pound test with a 6-pound leader. I've got a size 6 Gamakatsu hook. There, put it over there on the right again because it's drifting to the left. So, oh my gosh, this is so freaking cool. It'll be even cooler when they start eating. Come on, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. This is what we came for, guys. We came to go Corbina hunting at sunrise, at low tide, where we can see them in the skinny. Maybe this particular pod of Corbina are like babies. Maybe they're really small. Maybe it's not worth fishing for them. Maybe I should move on. Maybe there's a pod of Corbina over there that are way bigger. I don't know. Is there anything to that, you guys? Please tell me. Have you ever seen a pod of Corbina and said, no, these are babies. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm gonna walk on and leave these guys. Seems kind of hard to walk away from at the moment. Golly, that thing is right there. I could just snag it. Like seriously, with a treble hook, you could probably snag these things. Although I think that would be illegal. I think I might wait until I see one and then cast right in the direction that it's traveling. So let's be patient here for a second. Oh, there's a nice one. Boom, right in front of its face. Okay, you know they're gonna be like right next to me now. So the water's up this far. Yeah, there's one right there to my left. See it? Making its way down the beach. Okay, that's good. They're going up and down the beach. That's a good sign. They are going up and down the beach. That's a good sign. Dang, did you see that? Did you see that, man? I wonder if it's on my bait. All right, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting till I see one. I'm not gonna move. I don't want to scoop them. Right there. I just casted so close to that bean, and I don't think it's spooked. It didn't appear to be spooked by that. Gosh, I'm tempted to take the weight off and just fly line these. Oh, there's 3 of them going down the beach right there. I'm gonna try casting over there to the left. Come on, man, this will be my 2nd Corbina. We've gotta get this will be number 2. We gotta get number 2. And I mean in my life. I've only caught 1 in my life. If you watched one of my last videos, you saw that. Man, they're just all around me. So far they're not eating. I don't see any at the moment. they're not eating so far, so I'm thinking about heading down to the left over here where I see there's a cut in the sand and it looks like a little hole and a rip right there. I'm gonna go cast into there. This spot right here kind of excites me. Look at it, it's a little deeper, and there's a bit of a rip right here in front of me. I wonder if this is better for Corbina fishing, or if I should go back to the skinny water where I saw them just sort of floating around. Oh, there's one right there in front of me. Okay, they're here. They're around. I'm just gonna keep my line on the water. I'm gonna do this for hours, if that's what it takes. We're gonna get a Corbina today. Eventually one of these guys are gonna bite. They're in the water, man. This is so cool. I'm so happy that this is a reality, that this actually exists in the world. This is what makes the earth so awesome. This cool stuff like this is going on all day. Stuff you don't even know about. Alright guys, I'm back. Day 2. I have to figure out how to catch these Corbina. I gotta get good at it. I want to be able to catch them. And so, I'm back where I saw them yesterday. I'm looking for the rip current where they were hanging out. And it's low tide, but it's a little later in the day now. It's like 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna fish till 11. Because my parking expires in 2 hours at 11. And I'm gonna try sand crabs, all 3 sizes, quarter, nickels, dimes. If they don't take those, I'll try some mussels off the jetty. If they don't take that, I'll try sandworms, and then I'll get out of here. I'm not sure that I'll be able to see them this late in the day here in the tide, but I'll try to see them. I'm looking around right now. All I see is seaweed so far. But I better get my line in the water and see if I can connect with a fish. Also today, I'm gonna try a 3-pound test leader. I don't know why, except that I just want to play it on the safe side. Maybe my 6-pound was a little too heavy yesterday. I don't think so. People catch them on 6-pound test all the time. So, but I'm gonna try a 3-pound leader just to see how that goes. And maybe after I land one on 3-pound, then I'll never do that again. I'll switch over to 6-pound. I just saw one. I saw it right there. They are here. There's Corbina in the water right here. I'm backing off. I'm getting out of the water. I'm gonna stay out of the water. I'm so tempted to walk further, to cast further, but there's no need to. They're right here, right in front of me. That's where they eat. See little rip currents here and there. This is where water moving to the left meets water moving to the right. You can see out there water's moving to the right. Water's moving to the left. That's the rip current right there. So as you can see, I'm staying way back. That's the water that I won't go into, because that's the water that the fish would be in right now. I'm not going to get too close to that skinny water right in front of me, because that's where you're going to find the fish. I'm out a little ways. I'm casting like about 40 or 50 feet out and then bringing it in really slowly. Oh, right in front of us. Do you see? That's a freaking fish, dude. Right in front of us. Hopefully it didn't see me and spook. But dude, they're here. So if I just keep my bait in the water, I might get a bite. I just pulled up my sand crab and all the legs were chewed off. So I think those are little perch picking away at the legs and the eggs. Also, there's a lot of weed in the water right in front of me, right in this rip current. It sort of collects all the weed and puts it right in front of you. That's unfortunate, but I'm just gonna keep fishing through it. And I've got my drag set really loose, super loose, because I got a 3-pound leader on there. So I want to get the hook set and then that's it, let it run. Well, I actually just had a nibble. It was so cool. My rod tip went wah 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 wah. I tried to set the hook, nothing happened. Surprisingly, the hook didn't set and I didn't lose my bait either. So whatever it was, it must have been just absolutely tiny, just like the tiniest perch or something like that. Oh 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 oh! What's that? What's that? Seaweed or fish? No, that's a fish. We got one on, guys. It's fish on. It is fish on. It is fish on. Oh my god. Oh my god. This could be a Corbina. Oh my god. How do I hold my phone and reel at the same time? There we go. There we go. There we go. It went for a run. It went for a run. It's not fighting like hard, so it's not fighting hard. Oh, look at it right there. That's gotta be a Corbina. That's gotta be a Corbina. Or is it a perch? Oh my God, it's a perch. It's a nice perch. It's a nice perch. Look at that thing. All right. So there's one. But it's not the Corbina I came for, but it is a keeper perch. And the hook is right in the corner of his mouth. I love it. I'm gonna keep it. It's a beauty. That's going in the frying pan. All right, I just had another tug. I'm trying a smaller sand crab. This is a really small sand crab. This is like the size of a dime, maybe a little smaller. If a Corbina doesn't bite soon, I'm gonna have to run over to that jetty over there and grab a mussel and try that. A moment ago, the current was going out and you could really easily see where the rip current was. It was distinct going out to the north. So sometimes you can't really see the rip current in the water, and then other times the current is just so that it's really obvious and you can see it. So when you're reading water, just be patient and keep watching, keep looking, and wait for something to reveal itself. Sometimes you can't see what's going on and you just gotta stare at it for a while. I just caught a tiny perch, got him back in the water, and I wanna say that today I'm using a lighter rod. This is a medium weight rod, Shimano Solera. I think it's a 7.5 footer, 6 to 14 pound test type of thing. And I've got 8 pounds spooled up with a 6 pound, about 20 foot of 6 pound, and then my leader is 3 pound test. I think I might have just saw a Corbina to my left. Okay, I just caught another tiny perch. Got him back in the water. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's like the real deal, dude. I gotta put that on my hook. Dude, that's it right there. That's the 2-inch sandworm, except the real thing. You see something you've never seen before every time you go fishing, you know what I'm saying? I hope this doesn't bite. I'm putting this on my hook. That thing that I found and put on my hook was not a sandworm. It was some kind of crustacean. I think it was a little shrimp. Threw it out there, I got it out there right now. Just, you know, to do something I've never done before. But I really want to get over to those rocks, get a mussel, put a mussel on my hook, whip it out there and see if a Corbina wants that. So I only got an hour left of parking, so I better get over there and get a mussel. Stop screwing around with this little shrimp. Check out my bait. I've got mussel, a strip of mussel with a little shrimp on there. Man, if that doesn't look like a tasty morsel, I don't know what does. I have a question, guys. What part of the mussel do you put on the hook? I use that outer edge, that strip of mussel around the edge that keeps the shell closed. Is that a good move? Or what part do you put on the hook? What stays on the hook? How do you fish mussels? Okay, I have a nice big glob of mussel on my hook. I've reeled in a couple more tiny perch, and I've had some tiny little bites from perch. That's not what I'm looking for. I have seen a Corbina, one Corbina, maybe like 2 different times. So there might be 1 or 2 out there. I've got about 30 minutes left before I gotta move my car. So it's all coming down to this next 30 minutes. Hopefully a Corbina just happens to cruise by and suck up that mussel, and then it's fish on, 3 pound test, and we'll be here for, well, hopefully the fight won't last so long that I end up getting a parking ticket, but can't afford any more of those. Okay, question of the day, guys. Where should I be casting exactly? Like, how far out should I be casting if I'm targeting Corbina right now? First of all, I should get out of the freaking water, right? I keep casting over the breakers, like I'm so used to doing that, but also, I mean, sure, you see Corbina up in the skinny, but when they're not in the skinny, they're out there a little ways, right? So will they pick up your bait out there, or do you need to fish right in the shallowest water possible? Like, Where should I be casting exactly? How far out should I be casting to catch Corbina? Should I be casting over the breakers or just like sideways and letting it drift around? How far out where should I be casting right now if I want Corbina? Should I just fan cast and just cover all this water, just cast as far as I can in every direction and bring it in slow? That's kind of all I can think to do, so that's what I'm doing. That's it, guys. My alarm just sounded. I have 10 minutes to get back to my car, so I better get going now. I'm just gonna bring this in nice and slow, turn around, walk away. I got a nice perch today, some little ones. I'm really grateful for what I caught today. I'm really enjoyed the experience of being out here this morning. Time to go. But I will be back. I am gonna freaking figure out how to catch these Corbina. One of these days I'm gonna show up, they're gonna be eating, and I'm gonna catch 4 of them. It is Sunday, June 20-something. It's almost July. It's Sunday. My body is tired from kayaking for 6 hours yesterday, and I decided that I would just take it easy today, go walk the surf right around the corner from the house. So I'm on San John Road, Ventura Beach. Got this generic jerk bait that I got 10 for $10 on eBay. I'm gonna give them a try. Just gonna walk around, toss this thing, cast and reel, see what comes up. If I spot Corbina and I have a handful of sand crabs in my pocket, I might tie on some really light leader and try to get those Corbina with sand crabs, do some sight fishing. But high tide's at 5 p.m. Right now it's just after noon time. Got a good, actually we've got 4+ hours before high tide. Well, maybe luck is on my side today, because as soon as I walked down to the beach, I found a big bed of beautiful sand crabs, quarter size, nickel size, and then guess what I saw? Keep watching, you'll probably see it too. Right there, Corbina. Boom. And, oh yeah, baby. So, I'm gonna throw this jerk bait for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna throw on the sand crab and try to catch that fish. Okay, I've seen that fish a couple more times. He's in the skinny here. He's stalking the sand crabs beds. He's definitely coming up and eating those sand crabs. I also caught one small perch. I threw him back as fast as I could. Just trying to keep my sand crab in the water here. Oh, dude, did you see that? That's right where my line's at. He just jumped right in front of my line. Oh my God, this is exciting. I'm just keeping my line out and staying away from the water. I don't want him to see me. I don't want to spook him. Trying to keep my line tight. Got a 1/4 ounce weight, size 8 silver Gamakatsu hook. There are Corbina over here too. I didn't catch one in the last spot. I didn't get a bite aside from that little perch. I crossed over the jetty and immediately started seeing tails in the water, and there's fish here. There's fish right here in the skinny water. So I'm casting off the jetty, getting a good view from up here. Trying to get in front of one. Okay, I switched over from Carolina rig to this generic little jerkbait thing, and now I've made my way down the beach, and I think I see some good water right in this direction, down here. So I don't know if you can see, it's kind of looks like a rip current right there. Actually, I've been observing the structure here for the last week, and there's consistently been a rip current here. So I'm pretty sure that's a good spot. I'm gonna go try to get in front of that. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I've been fishing so many hours and have not caught a fish in so long. All I've caught is one little perch today. It's so slow. I cannot believe this. And I'm cold, and this is hard, but I'm just gonna keep hours. Put in the time. I'm gonna get lucky. If I put in the time, I'll get lucky. Starting to observe some conditions here. That was kind of a little large wave. Conditions said recently wave size. I'd say that was about that. And there is a bit of wind. Conditions also said possibly 8 to 9 miles per hour of wind, which would really suck if that's what happens. The wind is moderate right now, it's not too bad, so hopefully it does not get worse. And I think what I've decided here is that I really want to put some time trying these new jerk baits that I got. But we're gonna see if it's too windy to throw those. Then I'm probably gonna actually throw Carolina rig or even just a grub on a jig head, because I need something.
Racing. Dude, you know what?
What's up, brother?
Dude, I'm having the biggest rush.
Look at that, huh?
Dude, my heart.
What'd you catch it on?
Dude.
Sand crab. Ooh.
3-inch motor oil grub.
Wow.
Red flake, dude.
Excellent.
Dude, he just.
That's a nice dude. That's a 20-incher.
I just wasn't reeling, you know, just keep my line tight. All of a sudden, bam! It just starts ripping, dude. 8-pound test. I was so scared my knot was gonna break, dude. I was so scared I got it, dude.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yes! Dude! Oh man. 8 by 3-inch. This Corbina, 8 by 3-inch motor oil red flake grub on Carolina rig with 8-pound test. My heart is racing. Dude, you know my dude, I'm having the biggest rush of my life right now. Dude, my heart is racing, dude. No, 3-inch motor oil grub. Red flake, dude.
Excellent.
Dude, he just.
That's a nice dude. That's a 20-incher.
I just wasn't reeling, you know, just keep my line tight. All of a sudden, bam, it just starts ripping, dude. 8-pound test. I was so scared my knot was gonna break, dude. I was so scared I got it, dude.
Nice.
Oh my god. My heart is racing right now because I was so scared my line was gonna